Alright, hello everybody, and tonight I wanted to go over a multi-tool I found on another AliExpress one. All I did was type in multifunctional pliers with removable scissors. And this thing seems pretty cool. We're going to check it out and see how everything works on this. So I haven't had this thing open yet. Let me bring this out here. Grab a knife real quick. And we'll unbox this thing. Get a look at it. So as you can see on here, as I throw it, here are the things that are on this tool. Pair of scissors, flat pliers, regular pliers, wire cutters. There's a whistle in here, compass, ferrocerium rod. It's got a corkscrew can opener, and all with a sewing hole. It says there's a rope cutter and a knife, a serrated edge, a file, flathead screwdriver, a saw, bottle opener. So, I mean, let's get into it. The box is, it literally just says multifunctional pliers on it. So let's open this thing up. Set this aside, and this is what it comes in here. It's just a black nylon sheath. So let's open it up and pull this thing out. Oh, that's pretty neat. So in the sheath, this looks like the scissors. So let's pull the tool out and we'll pull the scissors out. We'll set that aside and set this aside too. And as you can see here, you get there's the branding, and then you get a very thin, small pair of scissors with a pocket clip on them, which is pretty neat. For how small they are, that is a huge pair of scissors. I mean, here are the pair of scissors on my Leatherman Free, and I mean, them things are huge. So I'll be curious to see how they cut. But that is a gigantic pair of spring-loaded scissors. And there's no wobble in there, and it looks like if it loosened up, you'd be able to tighten it. I mean, it's so thin. It's pretty amazing. That thing is skinny. So we'll see how that holds up, and then we'll get into the actual tool here, which is cool. So I must not have got the version that has the whistle and the ferrule rod built in, but you got a liner locking knife here, Tonto style blade on it, and we might as well go in here. We'll flip these ones open and see. Now, as I was saying earlier, there's your strap cutter. That's just a fingernail nick. It looks like it was probably going to be a wire stripper, but sun finished, so as of now, that's just a design. Then here you get a bottle opener, can opener, and here is your sewing awl. And I was checking to see, none of these tools lock, but that one has a very strong, they all kind of come open at the same time, but they lock in there extremely strong. Like, it's a good push to get them to come back around. So that's all of the tools on this side. And then when you come over to this side, you get a liner locking saw, and that's a pretty long saw. I mean that's probably, 2.5 inches, maybe 2.25 inches, something like that. So that's pretty good. And coming around to this side, you get a corkscrew, which this hasn't been on too many tools that I've unboxed recently. I mean, most of your Swiss Army knives and whatnot, you can get them with them on them, but as for a plier-based tool, other than a couple of SOGs, you get a flat screwdriver and the crosscut file. On this side, there's just a single cut file. And beyond that, flip this thing open, close that, you get a bottle opener and this is a sharp edge, like a package opener, or kind of like the orange peeler that they put on some of the Victorinox tools. So that thing is pretty sharp. It would cut open tape and whatnot. And then what I thought was cool about this thing, on why I ordered it, is this feature here. So this pocket clip actually locks down in there. Now you have a big set of pliers, and at the same time you have a pair of scissors in there also. So the other tool that's on that box, it also will slide in there if you order that one. It's a couple extra dollars, I think, but I guess I didn't get that one, which is alright. So we'll fold this thing back shut, put it in here, and it's not going to fall out of there. It's in there pretty tight. I mean, if you weren't paying attention, you wouldn't even probably realize that. And this pocket clip would work in your pocket while it's installed in the tool too, because there's no pocket clip on it other than on there. So on the insides, here we have nothing, but on this side you have a small locking Phillips screwdriver, and up here you have a set of pliers, and they are spring loaded, and these look like they would be replaceable wire cutters, but they are not. It's not a screw, so that looks like it's fixed in there pretty well. I don't think that's going to come out. There's no way to punch that pin out to change them, so if they break, they break. But it has a hard wire cutter on the bottom and then a softer wire cutter on the top. And out of curiosity, I was just wondering, I have one of these, a bit kit from another tool I looked at earlier. I was just curious if this would fit onto this screwdriver, and it does. So if you wanted this as a bit driver, so that locks on there, and then you have an assortment of bits. So a lot of these little stubby Phillips heads, even they come out longer in some cases, or this is about the shortest one you can get, but they have all longer and shorter style Phillips heads that they accept this magnetic bit driver. So that's a good addition if you were going to carry this. Like I said, this is a really budget tool, so it's not a big deal if you lose this thing. If you're going to toss it into a car or whatever, the screwdriver actually locks. That's a plus. And that's just a really cool thing that the scissors slide into it. So that's a nice thing to have on the tool. You could be using the pliers and the scissors separately at the same time, or the scissors just by themselves, or just carry the scissors, or if you just like this part of it, you could toss this in your pocket and carry a different tool. But what I wanted to do here is take this and just give you a quick comparison. I've been using this Leatherman Wave, so I'm probably going to continue to use this Wave as my comparison tool. So there we have the Wave beside it. They are close in height. They're about almost the same, but as you can tell in thickness, this tool here is way thicker, just because they have the scissors in here, and then all the other tools, the corkscrew's big, so it takes up a little bit more space. Now this thing is not near in the quality of what Leatherman is. I mean, even just looking at this one, I've been using this one for 8 years, so this would be a good little tool just to toss in your whatever, toss into a pack, toss into a toolbox, or toss into your glove box if you needed something. You weren't afraid to lose it, you know, if you're gonna be working out in a field or something all day and you don't want to lose something like this. Just take this thing along with you, and if you break it or lose it, it's not a big deal. You just pish the thing and get another one. All right. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks, everybody.